Alrighty. Doing this one from an airport, so may or may not be interrupted by some warnings about baggage in the background. Anyways, what do we got going on here? Um, Fat lot of nothing, except for the peasant pile, is what we got. Uh, the peasant. So you got everything you could ever want, in theory, with actions from disciple, actions and draw from teacher, and the peasant line has a tendency of making kingdoms with this otherwise no engine function just fine. You put the tokens on stuff, and all of a sudden your deck works. And so, uh, I'm sure there'll be something worth building here. But aside from peasant, everything else here looks kind of awful. There's no other villages. The only other draw is pilgrim or scholar. There's infirmary for trashing, and then there's no real plus buy or anything. No good gainers. So I would think the goal here is probably a little thinning off of infirmary, and then just play peasant a bit until you can get the plus action token on pilgrim. And that's about it. there's really nothing you want here at all. Like at some point you can get the plus action token from teacher on the pilgrim, and then I think you can build the deck. And there's nothing else. And knights aren't going to be significant, both because Guardian exists and because Dame Josephine is on top and is easily the worst knight, so you have no incentive to be the first mover on knights. Yeah, not a whole lot else to say about this. How to open? Hmm. Probably Scouting Party Peasant, I think, is the first thing that jumps out to me. Uh, get you playing your peasant more often. Another thing that would be an option would be Infirmary turn one to get to thinning. I think playing peasant is more important. I'll buy infirmary soonish. Maybe here. Ooh, the bot has the 5 too. Infirmary trash and 2 estates sure looks nice. Uh, yeah, the 5-2 I think infirmary makes a lot of sense. And the 4-3 also would not have been bad. I don't know. I'm actually just kind of inclined to say Scouting Party hasn't again. Um, and now I've got 5. Go ahead and take the plunge here. Infirmary. A little bit unfortunate to find the peasant there, but what can you do? The bot by a second infirmary, turn 2. Oh, alas, the log strikes again. I see there's 3 infirmaries missing, and I only took the 1. So the bot must have gone double infirmary? Interesting. Huh. So this could be Scouting Party to top deck the Fugitive and buy nothing. It could be another Peasant. I don't think I need another. I already got 2 terminals in my deck with the Peasant and the Infirmary. Uh, yeah, I think this is just Scouting Party. And I'd rather play Peasant than Infirmary, I think. I am liable to run into a common problem of uh, not disciple. Words are hard. Uh, I think a common problem with this sort of strategy where you're just playing peasant a bunch is I'm going to get to disciple now, and I'm not even going to have a great target for it, to be perfectly honest. Uh, you don't need to disciple infirmary. Disciple on soldier doesn't really gain you anything, but not much to do about that. I'd like to hit 5 at some point here. I think I'm just gonna take another infirmary. Oh, this doesn't work the way I wanted it to. I'm not gonna do that. I was going to say take infirmary to trash this estate here, and then just turn into a changeling, and then it can be turned into a pilgrim once I get one of those. But I actually don't think that works because I have to put the infirmary in play to trash the estate, and then the changeling exchange will fail. This would have worked with Doctor, the old version of infirmary. Um, so maybe nix that idea. I'm going to take a peasant and a guardian. Need to get to 5 once. There we go. Oh no. Oh no, where could my disciple be? This is actually fine. So now it's, I presume, I'm buying a scouting party to guarantee that my disciple lines up with my pilgrim. I could if I wanted to. Like I could do it this way, scouting party, which will let me alms for something. There's, I don't know, there's nothing of value to gain off alms. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. If I'm buying anything, it's probably just, I don't, I don't need another peasant. I don't think right now. I don't have the terminal space to support that. I could take another guardian if my opponent were going to take knights, but it doesn't look like they are. I'm just gonna pass. Okie disciple the pilgrim. Another pilgrim, I think. All right. Now just gotta find the teacher. All right, so the bot's just playing straight up big money. And another peasant. Well, now I'm the one wishing the knights pile didn't have Dame Josephine on top. Because versus big money, I would like to potentially attack them, but I don't know if Dame Josephine is worth taking. Um, like if you went heavy into the knights, the bot would just take guardians. If you grab a knight or two, you potentially get an attack or two, but at the very least, make them go out of the way to buy guardians, that is in an attack in and of itself. Especially if they don't have plus buy to work with, making them take 2 turns off buying guardian, or more than that if they're playing big money, they're not going to find the guardians every turn. Like even just forcing them to get guardians could be an attack versus a money deck. So I might at some point suck it up and take this is a sad draw. I needed to find my disciple to double play one of these pilgrims so I could play both peasants and it didn't happen. Doesn't matter too much what I top deck, I don't think. You know what? Vassal's actually going to be decent here. I just realized now that I got this pilgrim stuff working, I can top deck whatever action card I want to play next turn, like so. Look at that. Top deck a pilgrim. I definitely want to play the soldier. I think I want to get the teacher down. I don't know which token I want next. Plus card on vassal would be a disaster. It would actually undo the pilgrim interaction. Maybe plus buy on vassal, so I don't have to play peasants every turn. And should probably think about adding. I mean, maybe the payload is just vassals. I could add a mine and mine things. I could just take treasures like golden pendant and stuff. I don't know. Still need a few more disciples before I can really have the terminal space to consider knights very strongly. I don't know what I want. When in doubt, I'm just going to take more pilgrims. Can't go wrong with that. I don't. The money stuff is not fast enough to seem all too scary to me. Like this pilgrim deck is not the strongest, the fastest thing ever, but it's gonna work eventually. Uh, and I don't believe in this uh, pure big money deck the bot has built. Is it just playing with infirmary and treasures? Yeah, I don't think that's a deck. I'm sorry, bot. Oh, okie dokie. I'll probably get those last two infirmaries naturally off of disciple. So maybe another vassal, another peasant, and a knight. I think I can support an. Ooh, oh, never mind. I don't need the plus buy after all. I'm gonna have plus buy on vassal from here on out. For a moment, I was thinking Sir Martin was useful because I knew there wasn't much plus buy on the kingdom. Yeah, neither of those is a very. The knight's pile is not ordered in a way that is conducive to taking them. I maybe should have held off on playing that. This might have been a mistake. I'm considering the fact that I have a lot of terminals in my deck and I have two disciples. I could have gotten an extra village effect out of this if I waited, like I draw my whole deck and then I play disciple, disciple, and then something. Because disciple on disciple gets you one extra village as opposed to discipling a pilgrim and then discipling another pilgrim. All right, pilgrims acquired. Let's play soldier, soldier, and I actually want to play the Josephine more than the peasant. I don't really care about the teacher at this point, do I? I could put plus card on the knights or plus coin on the knights. At some point, I'll probably play the teacher, but I think for the moment, I'd rather just advance more peasants. Take another vassal. There's probably such a thing as too many vassals here. We'll see if we can reach that point. I like peasants. Didn't think the bot was going to hit province off of a 3-card hand, but apparently it has managed. Come up, wherever you are, disciple. There you are. My bottom card. I think it's an action card because I'm pretty sure I had 6 copper and an estate left as far as junk goes. Okay, I've potentially drawn a few too many cards, but we can make this work with the fugitives. Gold. Yeah, the vassals actually could be a problem. If I disciple too many pilgrims, I accidentally draw too many cards, and then the vassals start having too few targets. What to do about that? Ooh, Bailey. Hello there. That's a good night for a deck with low terminal space. Servander, by contrast, is not. I guess I can buy a province now. And a silver. Some more of these. Uh, plus card knight, I suppose. Plus coin knight. Do I even need the draw? Something's going on the knight pile. Um, I can plus coin on the knights. I think I've got more draw than I need. Not that I terribly much need the coins either. Oh no, the infirmary. Okay, the bot had a pilgrim. I didn't know that. My bottom three cards have a copper and not a guardian. My guardian's in play. Those are probably actions, but let's not take the risk. I presume this is just a win here. So yeah, a rather weak kingdom by peasant standards. But peasant is just an engine in a can. Like there can be nothing else in the kingdom really, and you just take enough peasants, and eventually things start working once the tokens come down. Disciple is obviously as significant as the plus action card token is as far as giving additional actions. So you just keep playing peasants until the deck works, and then there's just pretty much always an engine. I don't believe in what the bot did. I mean, as far as a money deck goes, I guess an infirmary into Pilgrim Big Money is like about as good as you're gonna get, but that just doesn't sound very competitive to me. I think you need something stronger to support money to be competitive with Peasant ever. Like I don't know what the top tier big money cards are. Like if you added Fools of the Kingdom maybe for Lucky Coin, then maybe money could be competitive. But I don't see money being viable here. But I mean, like there's always going to be some amount of attacks in a peasant game because you can play soldiers for a discard attack. Um, so even without the night pile, I think that big money deck would have stalled out.